Love talking to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to do intro today? Tim.
Okay. Well, it's that time again. Welcome to the Link Cable Podcast.
Are we doing Vibecast this week or what?
Sure. Hey man, it's just freestyle intros. My name is Tim.
My name
We
is Chris.
also have Chris.
Ah, shit. I swear, after 116 episodes, we'd be good at this.
I'm waiting for someone else to introduce themselves so I don't overlap them by doing the same thing.
Well, look. To be very honest, like we haven't been doing intros for all of them, so
Keenan still hasn't introduced himself, so I'll introduce Keenan. That was Keenan. Say hi to everybody, Keenan.
That's me.
That's me. That's from that horrible
movie.
Yeah, how's everyone week? How was everyone's week last week?
It was all right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been hectic.
Yeah, no, I didn't have lunch at your place, so must have been busy, right? Usually when there's a relaxing weekend, I get invited to Keenan's for lunch or dinner.
Such thing as a relaxing weekend lately.
I had a pretty chill weekend. It's usually a chill weekend when I'll get to it. When I buy a complicated video game that I have my eye on, usually that means it's relaxed. Something that I can watch YouTube tutorials on. And
different. You normally you haven't had time lately, so that's good.
Yeah, I've been pretty busy. Although, yeah, I have. So just a bit of a more relaxing weekend for sure. Played some board games on Saturday. Really cool board game actually, called Spirit Island. It's one of those players cooperate against the game type games, and had a few runs of that. It's got like each player picks a spirit, island spirit, and there's like 10 of them. They all have different abilities and powers and different things. The idea is that the island's being taken over by humans, and you have to basically wipe them all out before they destroy the island or take.
My kid's losing her shit upstairs. I gotta go.
Okay, we'll come back soon.
So you say you're all for pro wiping out the human race, eh?
Well, it's gonna happen. But yeah, so you use it was kind of cool. You're all working together, and you know what's gonna happen in the next couple turns. So you can kind of plan ahead in terms of how you're going to use your special powers and cards, and each spirit has different unlocks, so you can level up your abilities based on what you decide to do. So you can, it depends, right? You can power your guy up, but then you're weaker for that next turn. So there's ways to get more cards in your deck for your ability cards, and there's all these different things you can do. And the character I used for the second time, once I got a hold of the mechanics, had this neat effect where, because you each get one small part of this big island, and that's your domain. But I picked a character who's like the ocean spirit, so he gets ocean tiles on each of the separate pieces, and you can't influence most of the tiles on the map, but you can influence all the coastal tiles, and you can start doing things like putting your presence out with the tide, and then drowning invaders, and then you get to use their souls for your currency for energy. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun in terms of a game mechanic. So it was neat, and we won both times. So yeah, check it out. It's called Spirit Island. There's a couple expansions for it. The cards are really well made, and it's got a really nice card stock, and the tokens are really well made, and it's not too difficult to set up. It's a lot of fun.
That's on, what we want when our doctors playing as spirits wanting to kill humans.
They're the true blight upon.
Well, I look for my doctor.
But yeah, it's pretty awesome, and we can actually play it on tabletop, what is that thing called on Steam? Tabletop. I don't know
So-
how legal it is to do that, but
Oh,
pretty
well.
much everything is on there. That thing called. Got VR support too. I played Eldritch Horror on there as well with a group of people. Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah.
It's a
So
really
that's what you-
cool program.
Cool.
What were you saying, Keenan?
So that's what you've been up to. That's cool.
Just yeah. On Saturday, played a bunch of board games. Had some nice dinner and played some other games. Also, I'm still plugging away at Baba Is You.
Oh,
I think I'm 170 puzzles in, and it's continues to be a game that I can go back to if I want a nice brain teaser.
cool.
I still don't know how many puzzles are left, but it's just great. Great game. So
Nice.
that's all the old stuff. Anything else I picked up? I picked up something, but I haven't played it yet. There was a sale on Steam
Excuse me.
for there was a sale on Steam for like Golden Week or something, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Japanese Golden Week.
And there was a ton of stuff on sale, and the Umihara Kawase series was on there. So I
You
picked
talked about this last week, you
But I'm
fucker.
telling Keenan, I don't remember. I didn't play it yet. Is my point. So I have nothing new to say other than that I bought it. It's sitting there, waiting to be played.
Good night.
No, I have another game I will talk about, but that was I wasn't sure if we talked about that off the show or not.
That is not a game I would touch with a 10-foot pole.
No.
The 10-foot fishing pole.
That's right. Now, is this one of those games where like there's a timer mechanic along with like hard platforming that's so like not in my league at all?
Yeah.
Be like Stress City for me, man.
Yeah, you don't. Keenan doesn't like stress games. Sure.
No, I don't like stress games. I get enough stress, man.
Yeah.
Studying for my AWS associate sysops exam.
I tried to sell you on Sudoku Relax last week and you weren't having it, so I can't do much else for you, bud.
Yeah.
True. Though your talk of Shadowhand got me back into playing Shadowhand this week.
I'm playing Shadowhand. I'm talk about Shadowhand.
Hey, man. No, we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. So like I was like, yeah, I haven't beaten it. I'm back into it again.
Which one is that? Is that like a card based?
Yeah, the solitaire one.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, man. Still good.
I beat all the color Picross puzzles in the new Picross. Those were fun. Those were kind of cool. The mechanics is neat. I'd buy more Picross if there's more of those puzzles in it. I might go back and do the mega ones, but I did play though a new game this week, and it's one that I kind of had my eye on. You know that I have a soft spot for survival games, and I found a game on Steam called Stationeers, and this game is crazy. It's like engineering in space. It's super complex. It's to the point where like you start on the moon on one of the scenarios, and you have to take care of your oxygen levels. You have to watch for food. You have to switch out the battery in your suit. And so the first thing you do is you got to like get an energy source, and you can like set up solar panels, and the solar panels literally have to be pointed at the sun the whole time to get enough power. So you can like at the beginning you have to manually adjust it as the sun moves to get the most power to power up all your stuff. And then later on you can like apparently program logic to have them move on their own to follow the sun with sensors, and it's that kind of a game. There's like atmospherics. You can actually set up a system with airlocks that saves your O2, and it's pretty cool. It's one of those games though that you do sometimes have to watch tutorials to understand.
So you're saying somebody created a game specifically for you because it sounds like a combination of Shenzhen IO along with a survival
game. That's exactly actually when you bring up Shenzhen, that's exactly that's totally it. It's like those two games combined, like a space survival game, Minecrafty with Shenzhen. So
I think about that picture online.
Hard pass, like, is there something that I can do beyond a hard pass on something?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. I'm reminded of this image that I saw a little while ago on the internet that had like what each console / PC fan. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Where they have like Nintendo is like, I don't know, colorful cartoons and something,
Yeah.
and like Xbox is the dude bro thing.
Yeah.
And then like the PC one was like the most boring bullshit, like shit simulator thing. Like, do you know which one I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
I wish I could find it.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, no part of me wants to play that game at all.
And it's funny, like at one point in my life, I would have said the same thing, but now I'm all like, I'm not at the point. I haven't sunk so low that I'm at the point of playing those like Europa Universalis, like giant like war sims. I don't think I will ever touch those with a 10-foot pole either, if we're using that terminology. But I've said that about these kind of games, and I've said that about other stuff. So
yeah, but at
I'm
least
thinking-
those, like, there's usually like a pretty interesting story that like comes to the surface because somebody's trying to like do some weird like game, like they try to gamify some weird like concept of slavery or something weird in that game.
Not for the ones I'm thinking of, but yeah, I know sometimes they do that, and there is like, I wouldn't play it for that reason anyway. You know that. I'd play it for the mechanics.
You play it for the slavery.
Yeah, Keenan, it's all about that slavery.
Right.
You play it for the slaver.
Anyway, anyone else play anything this week? Chris, I know you.
That's all I do is play video games.
Yeah.
Did I play anything new? Actually, you know what? I picked away a little bit more at Sudoku Relax, a little bit more at Picross.
Mhm.
But I bought a new game. I bought Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So when I say new game, I mean a game from like 2013.
Yep, from the last console generation.
Yeah. It's fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's incredibly frustrating because the save system is really, really shitty.
Oh yeah.
In
Well,
that
how does it work?
It has an autosave system, which is fine, but it only autosaves when you go to an inn, I think. Like, it doesn't really autosave kind of on the field at all ever, but you can manually save any place you want and start from your manual save. But if you forget, then the autosave is like so far back. Do you know what I mean? And so I find that like I'm stressed because I've lost a ton of progress just by not saving it. And so I find that I'm like manually saving it on repeat because I'm afraid of dying, because I don't know, you can get one shot in this game or I fall off a cliff and just die instantly. Right. And so that's a little stressful, but I don't want that to count as a knock against the game, because it's just, I need to be better, you know?
Right.
But it's cool so far. I'm digging it. I just I finished the I don't know for sure, but it seems like I finished the intro. Like, I just hit like a massive hub city.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea what I'm doing now. So when I get some time, I'll be able to sit down and try to figure out what's going on next, but I dig it.
It seems like it has stuff in it that reminds me of Monster Hunter in a way. Like the monsters are huge in this, and
yeah, you can climb on them and you can do cool stuff like cut their heads off. And I mean, cut their heads off if it's like a Hydra or something, or a Chimera. You can like cut pieces off, you know what I mean?
Right. The combat looks really cool in it. And
that's what I read before I bought it, is that the story's totally garbage, but it's really, really solid gameplay, and so I'm down with that.
Yeah. Let me know what you think. I'm curious about it for sure.
I have, like I said, I bought physical, so you're more than welcome to it when I'm finished.
Okay. Yeah.
I have another game that I was gonna wait and ask you guys, and then I decided against. I just fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it. So I haven't. It's not here yet, but I ordered that Phoenix Wright trilogy that came out for Switch.
Oh yeah.
Because I haven't played it in 15, 16 years, whenever the first one came out. I played the first one, loved it to death. Can I tell you, I've played the first one. It was GBA, right?
I think so, yes.
I played it when I was in Taiwan, and I remember putting it in because I think the Japanese one had English. And so I went to the store and I picked it up and I brought it back, and I remember
the DS one was the first one that had English. I think they first came on GBA, but it was in like Japanese, and then
Did
Must
it
have-
get ported like really early or something?
Like the DS one had that extra chapter. Did you ever remember playing that?
Oh fuck no. I played it in English though, so whatever. But I loved I loved that game so hard. Like it was a total surprise for me. Where I just, I started it as kind of like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, like just kind of late evening, kind of when things are winding down. And I remember I had to work the next day and I didn't sleep. Like I was nonstop, like next. I gotta play more of this. Like it totally grabbed me. Um, the second one didn't do as much for me. Um, and I gotta make a bit of a confession here, and you guys are gonna be really disappointed in me, but I never played the third one.
Oh, really?
And everybody says that's like the crazy good one, right?
Third one
Uh,
is solid. The second one, I agree. It's especially the last case is not. I didn't really enjoy the second one as much.
Mm-hmm.
which is the one with Hobo Phoenix, right?
Later.
And which is the one with hamburgers?
Fourth or fifth
That's
one.
all. That's all later. The one with 3 is Godot.
1 second. I got a child here too. Go on with me for a second.
So I was gonna get the because the English one just came out, like the North American release just came out this week, was it? Or
Yeah.
recently. And so I was looking at it, and then the thing that sold it, because Fanny really likes she finished Ghost Trick,
Oh yeah. Okay.
which says something. And so I think that she'd be into this, but I think there's, she knows English fine, but I think there's some intricacies that she maybe would miss playing Phoenix, right? But I also saw that they're soon adding a patch for traditional Chinese, and so that'd be awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah, and so those things combined, I was like, it's pretty good. So then the other thing though is that I would prefer physical over digital. And so I looked, and the Japanese physical release, there's no physical here, but the Japanese physical release has English in it.
Yep.
And so I'm going to take a chance and buy the physical one from Japan, and then hope that that one gets patched as well with Chinese. I can't see why the North American one would and the Japanese one would not.
Does the like normally like the region 3 like Singapore one usually
There isn't one. I looked it up.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that it'll be fine. Worst comes to worst, I sell it and buy the digital one, but so that's where I'm sitting. I think
Cool.
I'd like to replay it. It's been a little while.
I've bought that trilogy, like specifically the first 3 Phoenix Wrights twice now. Once on DS and then again on 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
That pack that came out.
I haven't played any of them since I've played them as they've come out.
Yep.
But I haven't gone back to the older ones, and so I'm excited to kind of bump some time into it.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know if I'm actually going to play them or not, but I hope I do. The intention is for me to. Video games, though,
I'd be interested to go back. I don't know how much of the stories I would remember. Like you'd know who some of the twists, but I don't think there's a lot of detail.
Yeah, I don't, and that's kind of why I was
Yeah.
interested in doing it again, because I don't know if I remember a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sure I remember some of it, but
You'll
like I
forget a
know,
ton, I think, because I even went back after like playing the same game and not playing it for like 6 months, and going back and not remembering what the hell was going on in that game.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if you asked me, because what's her face, Maya?
Yeah.
Spoilers for a 16-year-old game, but like in the first game, Maya dies, right? And then it's trying to
Right at the very beginning, I think.
Yeah.
That's
And then,
like literally one of the first things.
but like I have no idea what happened. Like, don't tell me.
Yeah,
bro.
me
I
neither.
don't remember.
Actually, I don't remember either. I don't remember how she died. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. Do you remember it being and Keenan, I mean, you could probably speak to this more, but do you remember it being a very emotional experience playing this game? Like I was trying to remember because Ghost Trick like screwed me up at the end. It was so good.
Yeah.
Where is this a game that that would make Fanny cry if she played it to completion?
She never played? Phoenix Wright?
It's not the same as Ghost Trick. Like Ghost Trick had this like wow moment to it, whereas Phoenix is
I
made
think
a lot
Phoenix
of neat
easily.
characters and interesting scenarios.
I
I
think
don't
Phoenix Wright would. I think
buy
it
it.
would.
I kind
But
of feel like it might too.
I thought that she played it already.
No, she's played Ghost Trick. She hasn't played the other.
Oh, yeah, no, she would definitely. Yeah, I mean, like I love the characters in Phoenix Wright, like most of them.
And I think that that's the sell, right? Like if it were
Yeah.
just for me, I probably wouldn't buy it. But I don't know
Yeah.
if you were. I think you were gone when I said, but they're patching it with traditional Chinese text.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I figured you must have mentioned something like that.
Yeah,
'Cause that
so
would be
that's.
hard if it wasn't.
I think that's the big sell this
Totally.
time for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, she'll. I'm sure she'll love it.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's a no brainer for sure. I'm really curious to see what she thinks, and I
Yeah.
almost want to like, I almost want to like play it again just so I know what
Be along
she thinks
with
about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
because yeah, it's a unique experience. Like it's a visual novel, right? But a visual novel where I really
Kind of,
like
yeah.
the characters.
It's
a lot.
super interesting. I love when there's a game that's like a total shift happens.
Mhm.
Like that's a really significant game, I feel.
Yes, yeah. It introduced visual novels, the concept of that, to Western audience. I think.
Yeah, nothing even close before.
hmm There's how many in the series now?
Who cares?
Six of them or
Sure,
something?
It depends if you count the Edgeworth ones and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I had one of the Edgeworth ones. I actually think I had both of them at one point. I thought they were all right. I didn't really like them as much as the Phoenix Wright ones. So. The weird walking around as Edgeworth scenes were very strange. In that. So.
Kano, what about you?
I have been gaming wise, it's pretty much mobile for me this last. It's disgusting, I know. There's a hard pass that I'm throwing out there so that people don't get into it. Called Pirate's Quest. It's basically somebody took Slay the Spire and
Oh, Keen, hello.
tried to
Random again?
make it a freemium game. So it's all the balance is kind of like messed up in that game, and it's they hide a lot of stuff on it. It's even like worse balanced than consider for Slay the Spire, and then you also have to buy a lot of things in there to get advancement. So try to stay away from that game.
What was that, Keenan? You cut out for me. What was the name of the game?
Pirate's Quest.
Pirate's Quest.
Pirate's Quest. Pirates Outlaws. Sorry. Jeez. Outlaws.
Your mic is shit
What?
tonight. What's going on with you?
My mic shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, cutting out a lot. It's weird. Any other mobile games, Keenan?
The other one's Crashlands, which is a survival game. I don't normally play them, but on the phone.
You just faded out again in the middle of the sentence. Weird. I don't know, Keenan.
Is he alive?
He
Hello?
like you can hear him, and then in the middle of the sentence, I keep hearing him like just fall off to
Fade out.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's like a fade out.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know, Keenan. Game over, my friend. Game over for
over.
you.
Game over, man.
I'm watching Keenan. I'm watching him on his video feed, and yeah, but nothing's happening. Can't hear him laugh. I see him laugh.
Put your shirt back on.
Keenan, stop. Stop doing whatever you're doing. It's disturbing.
Zip your pants back up. Somebody tell his wife what he's doing on video camera.
We have evidence.
I'm recording this conversation.
Well, Chris. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
man, you and me.
Mhm.
I don't know. We got to figure something out for this show because video games are not cutting it anymore.
Well, there's some big news, right? We're going to be doing something next weekend.
Yeah.
a
Next,
big
like
deal.
this one coming up, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
What
Do
are
you
we doing?
want to explain?
Well, yes, I will explain. So the Toronto Comic Arts Festival. is
Drown
gonna
cover.
be- Okay, I just failed. You do it.
Go drown cover.
As I was saying it, I knew I was bungling it. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't talk for some reason. Just today, or am I always like this? I don't know. Like sort of out of it.
So this weekend is Toronto Comic Arts Festival.
Hmm.
We got afternoon tickets on Saturday to check out Junji Ito doing a live draw. That'll be cool. But the way that they're handling signing is that you have to have a wristband. And the
Mhm.
only way to get a wristband is to be one of the first 100 people in line on Saturday morning.
Yeah. So when are we going to get there again? When do you think would be good?
6 or 7.
Probably 6, to be honest.
If you're okay with it, I'll do 6.
I'm fine with it, man.
Like I say, bring your Switch, and who gives a shit what time, right?
Yep.
That's how
Bring
I'm
some
feeling.
Switch
It.
games, man.
Yeah.
We'll do some stage design and
Stage design.
stage. I can't talk. Don't make fun of me. In Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Very excited to tool around with that.
Stage design. Smash.
I should just stop. Oh man, I went to the gym today. I think maybe that's still affecting me.
Affected
having
your brain.
I'm having a stroke or something.
Did you see that stroke picture? There was a picture that came out a couple of weeks ago.
I don't want to see any stroke pictures.
No, not of somebody having a stroke. It was a picture like you look at it. When I saw the picture, I was like, "What the hell is this?" And like, there's all these familiar objects, but you can't make out what any of it is.
Right.
And it's supposed to be a simulation of what you see when you're having a stroke.
Right.
Like, there's like I recognize what this is, but I can't figure out what I'm looking at here. You know, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
remember there was a TED talk about a neurologist who was having a stroke. I don't know if I told you about this, but the interesting part about that one is that she, like, because she was a neurologist, she knew what was happening in her brain
Right
while
away.
she was having a stroke.
Yep.
And so her observations of it were like completely different from what you would normally expect. Which I thought was
Super.
really cool.
Yeah. Super. Yeah. She's paying attention to everything and she understands how to interpret the symptoms in the moment. It's really interesting because I do that kind of stuff too with myself. Like, whenever have some sort of problem, illness or something like that, I really focus on what it feels like or how I would explain how it feels, so that when people tell me I can sort of, it helps me be a better doctor. So it's interesting. What was I going to say? There's something else that I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, well no. So back to Junji Ito. I'm going to try to get him to sign Cat Diary, as you know.
You mean you're going to get him to sign it? Because
I'm going to. We're going to do it.
Try bullshit.
And what are you going to get him to sign? By the way, are you going to bring him some? You said at one point
I was thinking about it. Is it too weird?
Do you have something to like that?
Not yet, but I could bang it out really quick. It's easy.
You should.
I was thinking about making like a little, maybe 3 or 4 inch, just a tiny, tiny little wood thing of, that the image from Yonamu of which one is it? One of the cats that has the skull on his back.
Yeah.
When he's like a snake.
Yes.
I was thinking about doing just a little like snake.
Yeah, dude. I'm
like
looking
that.
at it right now. I got that comic right in front of me.
I was thinking about doing one of those and just giving him that. Do you think that's weird?
Or it's turning into a snail? Not at all. They're his cats, right?
There's his dead cats from like a decade ago.
No, it isn't that long ago, is it?
I think it was quite a while ago now.
Well, he's a horror artist, so maybe his dead cats are still, I don't know.
I wonder if people actually like stuff like that. Like, a fan made this for you. You're like, cool, thanks. And then they just put it, like...
I think they do. Like I don't know. I would think that it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Right?
I might make it. I don't know.
Think about it.
Think about it. I would get. I think I can probably bring first printing of Uzumaki
Mhm.
because that was the thing that got me in.
Yeah, man.
So
course.
I was thinking about bringing that. I don't know how Viz is going to feel about that, knowing that I'm bringing a competitor's publication of something. But who gives a shit?
No one gives a shit.
Who gives a shit? Fuck you, Viz.
That's right.
Actually, no, I take that back because they brought him here. So
Yeah, that's true.
I take it back. Do you
Keenan?
know that Dragon's Dogma was the 53rd top game of 2013 on the charts?
53rd. Holy shit. The sequels. Is that the sequel, the one you're playing, or is it like not really a sequel? Just
I
sort of-
don't really understand. I think it's an expansion, but I think it's an like just builds off of the original. Maybe
Hmm.
I didn't really get it either, but it's the only one, so whatever.
Cool.
I watched a movie.
What'd you watch?
I rewatched a movie,
Ooh.
an old favorite.
Mhm.
I rewatched The Untouchables.
Oh yeah, Kevin
Ooh.
Costner.
Yeah, movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Isn't that the one with the? That's the one that Naked Gun has a.
Yeah, the
is down
stairs.
to and the stairs scene, right?
This movie, can I tell you?
You
Like,
remember?
huh? This guy and his fucking mic. This movie has so many shots of like the four of them framed in such a cool ass way. Like just the way that the four of them walk down the street, or the way that the four of them are like posed around a room when they're talking about something, or the way
Right.
that like they just, the four of them lined up on a cliff on horses. Like it just the group thing is so strong in this movie. So yeah, Untouchables, easy 5 stars. Easy. Now available on Plex. Just putting it out there.
I watched True Detective season 3.
The whole
It was
thing.
actually not. Yeah, it was actually not. It was not awful like season 2.
It was actually not a total piece of shit.
But it wasn't as good as the first season. But good
Nothing.
acting.
It's like the best show in the world.
It was good characters, good acting. The story was where it didn't quite. The end of the story, I guess, was kind of cool in some ways, but it sort of wasn't the way I wanted it to end. I don't know. Spoilers. Are you gonna watch it?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Keenan can't talk, can he? Keenan, are you gonna watch it?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You're not gonna watch it.
I don't know if he is. Yeah. Well, it's cool. It's cool. Some people might really like it. Some people might sort of be like disappointed. But it was a good ride.
Some people may like it. Some people may not like it.
Don't distill what I said down into that, even though that's exactly what I said. And I watched a bunch more StarCraft, just catching up on my GSL. So that's all I watched, really.
Your gay sex league.
Yes.
The I don't get, but hey man, to each his
Love it.
own.
It's like it's like people watch sports. That's what I watch.
Yeah, of course. I hear you. I hear you and I feel you. What else did we watch? I've been watching, did I tell you I've been watching News Radio again?
Oh, you have? I watched a couple episodes on I think last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I think I've just been going through them sequentially.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Start at number 1 and fall through. I'm on season 3, episode 13.
You know what's weird about that show that actually I noticed now, and I preferred the first couple seasons for? They remove all the background extras, and I actually like it with the extras in the background.
Yeah.
It feels too fake without them.
I gotta tell you, the laugh track is really hard.
Yeah, it is a bit. It is. You sort of notice it now, right?
Yeah. Well, especially because what I think was it Arrested Development was like the first real big one that just completely killed laugh track, right? Just let you sit in the silence.
Yeah.
So good. So
But
that's
I think it's still legitimately.
absolutely. I mean, there's a reason why I've gone through like almost
Mhm.
13 full seasons of it now, right?
Yeah, there's so many good episodes. It's consistently really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, and all the side characters are usually pretty funny.
It killed me the Christmas one where the Santa wants to kill Bill McNeil.
Bill McNeil. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. He's like, what do you say? He's like, you Bill McNeil, I'm gonna murder you. That got me pretty good.
Yeah. I gotta watch that one now. I totally forgot about that. I mean, it's the classic episodes there are great too, of course. The Kane
Kane one.
The one where they stop drinking coffee and then Bill has a meltdown. Bill and Dave both have a meltdown at Matthew because they haven't drank coffee for like a week.
The other one I love, actually, I just watched it last night, was the one where Lisa gets voted the sexiest news anchor, cutest news anchor or something.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And it was the one I was waiting for. It was the one with Uncle Jimmy.
He's so good. He is so freaking good in that show.
That got me real good.
The one where Dave and Lisa both reveal to him that they're dating, and then he's like, "Let's get in the old Wayback Machine and go back about 5 minutes." that whole conversation's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a funny show. And I got nothing else. Hey, can I tell you what I'm thinking about doing? Tell me if you think this is a good idea or not. If you stuck it out this long, I'll give you a treat.
Okay.
I've been throwing around the idea. Did I tell you about how like 3 over 4, 4 over 5 works with my job?
No.
So what I have the option of doing, what everybody has the option of doing, is you take 3 years pay over 4 years, and then just take the 4th year off. So you get paid less for the first 3 years, but you get the equal pay on that 4th year, right? You just divide 3 years pay, 3 years salary into 4 years.
Right.
So you have 3 years on, and then you take a year off, right?
Wow.
And so we've been throwing around the idea of doing it just to, maybe we could go travel, go figure something out. And I got thinking about it. What if I do, and I haven't committed to this yet. This is just a new thing I've been thinking about. Tell me if you think it's a good idea to do 2 over 3.
Yeah.
So take a pretty significant pay hit.
Yeah.
Take the 3rd year off.
Yeah.
Repeat until I retire.
Well, I was thinking that's exactly what I was saying. Like, just or just bank it up now and then retire.
No, you can't do that. You can't do it. I think you got to use it in the cycle. But like, what if I just worked 2 years and then took a year off, and then worked for 2 years and then took a year off?
How bad would that go back to work feel be on each of those?
Yeah, it'd be total shit. But at this, well, no, but maybe it wouldn't though, because like I just had a year off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe I could try it, and if I dig having that extra year, then just do it again, right? Like it's.
I hate you because I can never do that.
How cool would that be, though?
I mean, maybe I could do it, but not really.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if we could swing it. This guy and his fucking microphone. I still can't hear you, robot man.
It's so mad at Keenan today. I'm sorry, Keenan. You keep interjecting, but it's like all garbled.
Let's give him space. Okay, Keenan, go.
Would you actually like use that year like for something that you want to use it for, though?
Yeah, for sitting in my underwear and eating fucking pizza all day.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Because like a lot of times when you have a lot of time off, you get bored.
Lots of pizza, lots of masturbation. I think so. Yes, that was always a concern in the past. But I was thinking about it. You know how there's always those things. Do you guys have, and I want to hear them if you're up for it, but do you have those things you're like, one day I'm going to do this? No, you're not. Do you know those things?
Yeah, I know.
What if I actually did those things in that year? So one of the things, I'll give you 2. One of the things I always say is, I really want to walk the Bruce Trail, like start to finish. I could do that. It'd take me like 2 months. I'll just go do it. 2 months is nothing at a 10, right?
You going by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Your family is okay.
Your family's okay with that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Or even maybe
made, dude.
If I didn't do it directly, maybe I could do it like I'll do a week and then come home for a little while, go out for another week, come home, Probably be better just to hit it, go hard, right?
Sure.
The other thing is the cycle around the perimeter of
world?
Taiwan. No, around Taiwan. Just start in Taipei and just north to
Yeah,
south to
dude.
north. It take like a week and a half and do that.
That'd be cool.
Pop over to Japan, visit some temples.
Yeah, man. Become hard, shave your head.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I might do
reach a
something.
higher level of consciousness.
Yeah. And then come back to work. And then because I know that it's only 2 years, don't give a shit about my job at all.
Well, you wouldn't because you'd be in a higher state of consciousness, so you wouldn't
Right?
give a shit about your job.
Exactly.
But you'd be really good at it anyway.
Yeah.
Sounds like a friggin' plan, man.
But it's the only problem is the affordability piece. I got to make sure that we can afford it.
Right.
It would require some sacrifice, but the payoff for it is only working 2 out of every 3 years. Like that's a pretty big payoff, right? I think it might be worth it.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think that you could do that.
Yeah.
That's nutty.
So thinking about it, I don't know if
Interesting to try out, just because like the main thing a lot of people say is they retired, they actually don't want to retire because they want to like actually do work because they were doing something. But I don't know, I get the feeling you've got enough hobbies, unlike a lot of people who quote unquote retire, right?
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, one of the other things I'm worried about is that when I retire, I'm going to die within like a month because I'm totally that person that I don't know what to do with myself when I have free time.
You want to take a year
but this would give me a chance to learn how to do that. Do you know what I mean?
But it's more than a year too, because you've got summer holidays, right? So you're going to have like more than a year off then, right?
Okay, but 12 months and 14 months, what's the difference?
You're gonna pester me and Keenan, aren't you? If you
Yeah.
do that all the time.
Yeah, I can come and live with you.
No.
I'll come and do your laundry.
You're so bored. You do someone else's laundry.
I'll fluff your pillows if you know what I'm saying. Just make sure you can sleep comfortably.
Well, look, what would you want to do besides the trail hiking and stuff? Because that's interesting, but like, is that like you want to check those boxes off?
Yeah, probably just try to avoid dying. That's probably my first. It's probably my first goal.
On the Bruce Trail, you mean, or
no, just in general.
Oh.
And then after that, sky's the limit. I figure my primary goal is don't die.
You can start going to the gym with me.
Yeah. So there's the other thing. If I took that time off,
You get ripped.
yeah. If I go hiking for like 2 months,
Man.
come
Well,
back with that.
Yeah.
You know.
You're ripped.
So again, I don't know if I actually
ripped,
do it.
Chris.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
I like the idea. We'll see.
Okay.
Keenan, what's your opinion on this? Don't die?
I think if you're gonna do it, you should plan it out a lot more.
if you're gonna die, you should plan it out. Is that what you're
Plan
saying?
my death?
Everybody's gonna die.
Are you saying I should go out on my own terms?
That's right.
I'm just trying to get at what's gonna be on your will. Who you're gonna give all your masters to?
Who my executor is?
Who gets your masters? Who gets your perfect grades if they ever happen? Right.
Yeah.
All your figures. All
Do you know?
Man.
Tim, do you know that this guy's the executor to my will? Like, no joke.
Do not listen to him for will advice.
Yeah.
There'll be some stuff in there for me.
What do you want? When I die, what do you want? Because apparently it's going to be soon if Keenan has anything to say about it.
Oh, man, that's tough. I have to think about it.
Right, because possessions are fleeting. No one gives a shit about what you own anymore.
So whatever you ask for, Chris is gonna curse it before he goes.
Well, that'd be cool because then I can get like cursed.
I'm gonna lick it.
Ito comics.
I'm gonna lick it before I die.
I want your signed Ito comic.
That I gotta kill myself after Saturday.
you curse it by killing yourself.
How about that as a gift for Juju? I'll murder myself in front of him.
Holy shit! This dovetails very nicely into
Watch
that.
out for those shifty-eyed guys in the lines, okay? When you're up there at 6 a.m.
This dovetails so nicely into something that the listeners don't know about, which is that book you showed me you bought.
The devil one, the devil and all his works.
Oh my god, that's so good.
I feel like this would be a strong episode to do like Supercut too.
Well, we may have someone over
Cut
here.
out all the gaming.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm spent. On the next episode, how I'm gonna kill myself and
What-
How I'm gonna
Which-
restore my hot water.
which of my cursed possessions Tim wants in my afterlife.
And which of those possessions did Junji Ito curse for you guys?
He's not gonna curse shit. I'm gonna curse him by I shouldn't talk like this. I'm gonna get on like a blacklist and not be able to do this.
The Viz blacklist. There's a guy at Viz listening to this podcast.
You never
He's
know.
there.
He's Viz has a lot of powerful friends.
In Anime North.
No, in like InfoSec.
All
Are
right.
are we done?
All right. I'll talk to you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.